I am live. I figured I'd just have a little talk with you. Man, I can see myself on the screen here, and I noticed my hat was crooked, my beard's crooked. Um, I got one of my nice coats on here. This is one thing I'd like to say is when the weather starts getting cold, instead of turning the heater on in your house, I mean we do have the heater on, but we're not like blasting the heat or anything like that. Just hey Audrey, this is my this is my first live stream. I just wanted to say hi. Audrey says, "Good evening." All right, I'm thinking Audrey's on her lunch break from work right now. Um, I was sitting here playing with my YouTube stuff, looking at it, and I figured I would just go ahead and do my first live stream. You can type more in there if you want to. I think you're the only person. Yeah, I've got one person watching my live stream. I got a no. Audrey says I got a notification and had to check it out. Yeah. Hi, Audrey. Love you. Audrey's on her lunch break. So anyway, I figured I would just play around with YouTube. Um, I don't know how my microphone's doing. Is my microphone doing okay? You're getting Taco Bell. All right. I haven't had Taco Bell in forever. They say Taco Bell, if you eat at Taco Bell, you run for the border. And a lot a lot of the world calls the bathroom the border. So if you eat the wrong or too much Taco Bell, you're going to be running for the border, Audrey. Um, oh, I've got two people watching. Okay. Anyway, my first live stream, I was messing around with YouTube. What I did was I got on I got on YouTube, and one of my subscribers, or not one of my subscribers, but somebody that I subscribed to, um, I forgot the name of the channel, but that guy and his wife were sitting there, and they were doing a live stream, and they were talking about their uh, little farm that they've got and all the preparations they do, for the winter, and dealing with their animals and stuff like that. They Thank you, Audrey. I wasn't sure if my microphone would work very good. My laptop has the fan blowing, and sometimes my microphone picks it up. Um, oh, it's down to one viewer. Hey, that's pretty good for my first live stream. But they were doing a live stream, and I watched it. It was like an hour and a half. That guy and his wife. They were sitting talking, and people were doing the chat, and they had over. I think they had like 2,500 people watching, and they had a lot of people in the chat, saying all kinds of things. There were so many people putting stuff in the chat that they, well, for me looking at it, it was moving too quick for me to read. Somebody would post something, and I'd go to read it, and I'd get like two uh, words into it. Um, I didn't know how to go live either, Audrey. I just started playing with it, and apparently it works. But I did have questions, about how to end the live stream. Um, I saw on the news where Snoop Dogg was doing a live stream, and he got up and walked away from it, thinking that he had ended it. And 12 hours later, he came back and looked at it, and it was still going. So I don't want to do that. I don't. I, Down at the bottom, there's a button I can press that actually says end stream. So I'll do that. And one thing I've been doing, I've got a webcam, not a webcam, but a trail cam. And I've been setting it up back in the backyard and on the side of the house, looking at animals coming through. We had possums coming up on the front porch. They were eating the cat food. The cats always acted like they were hungry. They, you know, so I figured, okay, I'm going to figure out what's going on. So I put the trail cam out there, and sure enough, I saw fat possums coming up and eating the cat food while the cats hunkered down and just watched. So I put cat food out there one night, and I waited, and kind of peeked out the window just, periodically to see, what was coming around and eating the cat food. Well, sure enough, a big possum comes through, and I open the door slowly, and the possum just kind of it turns its head a little bit and looks, and then it goes back to eating. Then I opened the screen door just a little bit, and he looked at me and just went back to eating, moving very slowly. I guess, if I'd come through the door, he would have ran. Uh, but they tend to move weird and slow. They got weird little hands. But I did a video showing the follow up on that. If you get a chance, check it out. In the backyard, I've seen raccoons, possums, deer, an owl. I saw what looked like a fox, and we do have what I've seen around here. Two different types of fox. I've seen the smaller one that's lower to the ground, and one that's a little bit taller. But the way you can tell it's a fox is because the tail is fluffy, where a lot of dogs have a long tail, but the hair is like the same all the way across. Well, a fox, its hair goes poof. It's a poofy tail, and they're smaller than a lot of the dogs, but they definitely have their own look. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna let you get back to your lunch, and you don't have to sit and watch this. I had planned on just doing a short, maybe a 5-minute thing. I'm already 7 minutes 42 seconds in, just as a test. That's really all I wanted to do. But anyway, have a good evening. I'm going to end it right here.